This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV 24/7.
Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk. I'm Shekhar Gupta and I have a very, very special guest today. President Mohamed Nasheed of Maldives, probably the youngest head of state in the world, but that's not all that is to him that is remarkable. A political prisoner at 24, a president at 41, and somebody who's now become political face of the movement against climate change in the whole world. President Nasheed, such a privilege to have you on Walk the Talk.
So nice to have been able to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Although I must say this poolside is an apology for where we could have been. We should have actually been in Maldives on a real island.
It's very good weather now. It's
right.
The good season. The seas in the Maldives and the beaches are looking actually very, very good. But Delhi is looking fine. I've come here 2-3 times since I was elected. And Delhi is growing and improving at a rapidly fast speed.
So is Maldives.
Yes, tourism has been good last year. So therefore, we've had growth again.
Right.
But mainly, our main issues now are on social protection.
Right. Because you get almost 3 times of your population as tourists.
We have about 1 million tourists coming.
And nearly 350,000 people in all. That's your population.
That's right. But we've had a very big disparity in income.
Right.
A bulk of the wealth has been always held by a very handful of people, which is fairly common in many places. So the need for a social protection program, therefore, is very high. Since we've come into government, we've laid a safety net, and we are now spending 10% of our budget on social protection.
And your budget is about $1 billion only.
It's about $1 billion.
Which is a lot, because your per capita income is almost 3.5 times as much as India's.
Yeah, but because we are so small, because our budget is just $1 billion, because all 200 islands need sewerage, water, harbors, roads, schools, health centers, the amount of infrastructure work required is quite substantial.
Right.
And that in many instances far beyond our means. And on top of all that, we've just started having climate change issues, especially coastal erosion. Coastal protection is again very expensive. To do coastal protection on an island would cost us about $5 million. So it's difficult
to put a scale there.
Yeah. Well, to put we need a fair amount of funds. We also need to understand that we have to fend for ourselves.
Right.
And we need to do it ourselves.
President Nasheed, if you permit me to take you far away from the Maldives, and I ask you because you are such a veteran of struggling for democracy and freedom and individual rights, how do you see what's happening on the street in the Middle East? What do you?
Well, it's
Western media calls the Arab street.
It's remarkable. One thing, for the last 100 years, Maldives rulers have tried to emulate Egypt.
Maldives rulers?
Rulers have.
I see. You mean Gayoom?
Gayoom, and also even before that, there were rulers who've been studying in Egypt, but Gayoom was...
So was Gayoom?
So was Gayoom. Gayoom lived all his life in Egypt. So therefore, what we had in the Maldives was a really kind of a laboratory case.
Right.
That could have been lifted off from many, many places.
A Nasserite / Husni model.
Yes. But of what I'm seeing now in the Middle East, in my mind, what they need now is they have to build political parties. Established...
Because you've supported the movements in the Middle East.
We've always supported the movement in any country.
Right.
When people want to be free, we will always support them. We will lend whatever support that we can.